Hi, writers. Today I want to start off today's writers workshop by talking to you about how wherever you are in the writing process, that's okay. Some of you are writing just labeling, just like this picture. This is a picture of a kindergartner's writing. Some of you are working on just labeling your writing. Others of you are starting to write down letters like, I went to Costco. And you're starting to sound out beginning sounds of letters. Others of you are working on writing words like saying, I got lost. And you're really sounding out every letter in each word. And then others of you are starting to write full sentences like, first, I was playing in the bathroom. So you can see that there are a lot of different stages of writing, and that is okay. Others of you might be writing stories like, during math, we sat on the rug. A bumblebee flew in the window. So I just wanted to remind you that wherever you are as a writer, you're doing a great job. We are all doing the best we can. We are working hard to write beginning and ending sounds of our words and sounding out words the best we can. So I wanted to remind you that today before we start into our writer's workshop. For today's writer's workshop, we're going to be reviewing all of the great things that we can do when we get stuck or when we want to add to our true stories that we've been writing. Before we go into that though, I need to congratulate every single one of you. That means I want to tell you how proud I am. I have been reading your writing every week, and your writing just keeps getting better and better, and I truly mean that for every single one of you. I read everything that you send to me on Canvas, and I have been so impressed learning about all of the true stories from your lives. So today, I'm going to teach you something new. I want to teach you that when you are writing, sometimes you can look really hard and you can think really hard about things that people have told you when you're thinking about your story. And what I mean by that is when we're writing our true story, we're going to focus today on speech bubbles, and we're going to be putting the words that people say into our story. You're going to see what I mean when I model it for you today. Before I model it for you though, I wanted to remind you something. I wanted to remind you that you can be writing every single day. I know you have a lot of work to get done on Canvas, but if you ever have extra time, even when the writing button is not on Canvas, you can take out your writing folder and you can write a true story, anything you want about your life. So that's just my little reminder for you today as you continue to be awesome writers. So today when we're writing our true stories, we're going to focus on speech bubbles, and we're going to be focusing on putting the words that our speech bubbles have in our pictures. We're going to practice putting that inside our story, and I'll show you exactly what that means. Writers, today I'm going to be modeling for you how we can use speech bubbles in our writing. This is a way to make writing a little bit more fun, and it makes our writing come to life a little bit. It's also just another thing that we can do to make our readers enjoy our writing when our readers are reading our writing. I have some writing, and I'm going to read to you my writing, and then I'm going to show you how I can make my writing come to life a little bit by adding some speech bubbles. This is a story about when I was cooking this weekend, and it was getting really steamy, and I forgot to open the windows, and some of my food was actually starting to burn, and the smoke alarms went off. And I don't know if that's ever happened to anyone before, but the smoke alarms go off so that they can try to protect you in case something in your house is burning. So it says, I was cooking. I was cooking, and the smoke alarm went off. I was cooking, and the smoke alarm went off. That's how I chose to write today. That's how I chose to sound out all my sounds. Do you want to know what happened next? I said, "Oh no!" Then Mr. Ferris helped me. He turned it off. He helped me. And he helped me air out the windows so that it wouldn't beep anymore. So I left a little blank spot here so I could show you how we can bring our story to life. I added a speech bubble right here because that's what happened in that moment. When the smoke alarms went off after I was cooking, I said, "Oh no!" So I'm going to write that in my writing. I think it's kind of fun. It makes our writing come to life a little bit. I said, "Oh no." And I'm going to do an exclamation mark. That's a special mark we use when we want to say we're excited about something, or sometimes if we want to show emotion in our writing. I said, "Oh no!" And then I think I'm going to write, "Mr. Ferris helped me." Mr. Ferris helped me. So let's go back and read it to make sure it makes sense. I was cooking and the smoke alarm went off. And this says smoke alarm. I said, "Oh no, Mr. Ferris helped me." I think that kind of made my story come to life a little bit. I started writing down what I was saying, and I added a little bit more to my story today. So just like the example that I've taught you previously, but I've taught you before, but just like this example of the little girl on the swing saying, "Wee," you can add that in your story too. If you're going to write about a time that you were playing outside, you can say stuff like, "I said wee," or "I said yay," or whatever you were feeling in the moment. Even "I said, oh no." This is just one suggestion that you can do today in your writing if you choose. So you don't have to put speech bubbles in your writing. It's just one way you can make your writing a little bit more lively. If you don't want to use speech bubbles today, you don't have to. You can just get out a plain piece of writing paper and you can write a true story about your life.